welcome back. I'm very excited this morning because I'm back to a place I've been before and a place that's been marked in my diary for a place to come back to when it's autumn, which it is now. So the last time I came here was probably about a year ago in the summertime. It was beautiful then, so I can't wait to see what it's like today. The trees are changing. On the way down, the light was shining through the autumn leaves. Absolutely beautiful. So hopefully we'll get some sun. If not, it doesn't matter anyway, because they're waterfalls and they don't really need any bright light. It's better off having an ambient light going on. So it's also been flooding around the area, so hopefully there's a whole load of water. And to be honest, I don't care if I get absolutely no shots whatsoever today, because it's all about the adventure, it's all about the walk. It's an absolutely stunning place. Absolutely rammed to the gills with kit today. So just to give a different perspective of where we are, and obviously make the video different to the last one, which has had actually probably one of the most hits I've had on a video. It's in the thousands anyway. So I have got a drone today. I don't know how possible it's going to be. I've not seen any signs saying don't fly them, and obviously I won't be flying them where there are loads of people, but if I get a quiet spot to myself, I get the drone in the air. I've also got a set of waders in the back so I can walk out into the ponds, the pools around the waterfall to get some different shots. And I've also brought a long lens to maybe get some more abstract images. So, fingers crossed. I love trying to get through stairs with a backpack on. It's one of those walks. I think it's about 35 minutes to the first waterfall, so you've got to be fairly able. And if you've got a backpack on or camera gear or whatever, you need to be fairly fit. So that's the word of warning. So the first recognisable waypoint on the path is this bridge. I've just realised after all that I've come exactly the same way I came last time. Oh, I'm getting old and stupid. Old and stupid. Anyway. The problem is with this waterfall from this vantage point is it's absolutely glorious, but it's ugly from a photography perspective. This is even worse this time because there's a massive tree just hanging, dangling down. And there's crap around the periphery. There's no way to get a drone in. Well, there is if you're an expert flyer, but I've already lost 2 drones. I'm not going to lose another one. There are so many branches sticking out. There's spray coming off the waterfall, so that isn't going to happen either. So this is the right way, but how you get to the bottom of those falls there, I don't know. That's going to need some more investigation, which I will do on the way back. So now I'm going to stick to the path, and we should come across the other 3 waterfalls, which were stunning and better than that one actually. So let's see what they're like now in the autumn with a full flood of water. So if you're not interested in waterfalls, there's some glorious woodland. If you're not interested in waterfalls, there's some glorious woodland around here, especially backlit by the sun. In fact, If I wasn't here to take photographs of the waterfalls, I'd be getting my camera out now, 'cause it's absolutely beautiful. I just had to pause, which is why I noticed the woodland, to take my fleece off, because I think obviously I had one too many pies this week. I've got a right sweat on. So. Note to the audience, be careful what you eat during the week if you're going to come here for a walk, because it's quite strenuous. So as I'm wandering around on my way to a location with all my camera gear in the back, I sometimes see things, or the light sometimes changes. It just really catches my eye. So rather than get my camera gear out and stand around and probably waste another half an hour on each shot, I just get my phone out and take a shot, and you know, it either comes out great or it doesn't. And if it doesn't, then I can look at it, check the composition, see what I like about it, and that gives me ideas for another shot. Or actually I can come back and take the same shot with my camera. So I've been doing that on the way around, and here's a couple of those shots. Getting quite excited now. I haven't had my camera out yet, and I've been here an hour and a half. It's just like a 14-15 kilos of backpack dragging me down. I could have just used my phone up to this point. Anyway, let's get down there. I don't know how much you managed to see of that through the wet lens, but wow! That's some water coming down. That's my second shower of the day. So now we're away from the thundering waterfall. Let's explain the shot that I took there. So in fact there are three images. So one without any filters, focused completely on the waterfall itself. Then to get some foreground interest, focused on the foreground. So those two will be focus stacked, so that gives you one composite image. And then make sure that you've got your focus switched off, put your filters back on, put your polarizer on, and take another shot, which I think was anywhere between 3 and 5 seconds. So that gives you your glossy image. That will be the top layer, and what you will effect do is have two layers, one without filters, one at the top with filters, and then you'll exposure blend. So in Photoshop basically you'll peel away as much of the glossy image as you want, just to kind of give it some texture, just to stop it being that horrible white mass that waterfalls tend to be if you put them on long exposure. And that will be the final image. I don't know if that comes up on the GoPro, it's quite ironic. Right at the top of the stairs, there's a signpost in the shape of a cross. And those stairs are a killer. So I know why Tim Day switched from photography gear to mobile phone now. Shit. Right, next one. So I've got my breath back now, thankfully, so those pies are wearing off. Anyway, in effect, now I've doubled back on myself. So that was the one that's the furthest from the car park. And then if you walk back on yourself half a mile or whatever it is, there's a path goes off to the left and you see the final 2 of the 4 waterfalls. So that's where I'm going now. From memory, not quite as steep as that one. I'll remind myself that I said that on the way back up. And one of the great things about waterfalls is you can hear them coming. By the sound of this one, it's a right thundering beast. So last time I was here, I made my way down the side path and I took shots from the bottom. What I didn't do was clamber up the side and take a shot looking down. And actually now I'm up here, this is quite a good vantage point. You get all the white lines coming out from the waterfall rather than having to concentrate on the dark water underneath. So my vlogging camera is way over there and I can't be bothered to get it, so I'm sat on a perch here. I just had to record a piece of the camera because I'm sitting here, nearly killed myself trying to get over here to get a shot of this waterfall, and I've had to wait for 20 minutes for the Sophie Brigade to get out of the way, and now there's some other people coming. What a nightmare. So the best place to take those images from is down that side path, so you head left instead of going to the main area where it opens out. However, when it's wet, it's really sketchy, It's really, really steep slope, and there are brambles on the side where you want to put your hands down. So, but if you brave it, there's no one else down there, and those are obviously the best shots. Otherwise, you're shooting from the side, and you're not getting the full effect of the waterfall. Right then, don't know about you lot, but I'm waterfalled out, and it seems to me that about 3 coachloads of people have just turned up. Absolutely mad. There's a really tiny platform for the last waterfall I've been photographing, and there are 40 people there. I mean, it was sketchy when I was there on my own, so perhaps I should have stayed there and videoed, because I'm sure someone's going to go in. Anyway, that was kind of 3.5 waterfalls. If I am not knackered by the time I get back to that first bridge, I'm going to wander around and see if I can find a vantage point for that very first waterfall. Otherwise, this has been a 3 and a bit waterfall vlog, which kind of reminds me of my first one, to be honest, which is not very good because I'm supposed to be doing a better vlog. So anyway, see how knackered I am. Right then, I am absolutely hanging, but I'm determined to see if I can take a better shot of that waterfall, the first one. So I'm going to walk along here for 5-10 minutes. If I can't see it, I'm going to give up. If you know better than I do, and I think someone left a comment on my last video telling me where to go, but I can't remember what it said, to be honest. I'm sure it said go over this bridge, so I am. But if it's more than 10 minutes away, stuff it really. I've seen it, and I've got plenty of pictures of waterfalls. It'd be nice to have the full 4. I don't know what a 4 image is. Triptych's 3. What is it? Quadruple? I don't even know. Anyway, it'd be good. But if I don't, then 3's enough, isn't it? 3's good. 3's a good thing. 3's a good number. Triangles have 3 sides and they're strong. I'm just rambling now. Rambling and rambling. Right, delirious. So I'm going to try and find this bloody waterfall. Ha! I found it. Not that it's hard really, just listen. So I've no idea whether I can get a vantage point from here, so let's have a look. Might be just a snapshot rather than anything else, but let's have a look. So I found it, the first or the fourth, or one of the two anyway, composition. So I got all 4. Get in. And wasn't too bad getting down there, really, a little bit sketchy. And some kids were chucking bricks at me from up high as well. It's which is interesting. Anyway, at the beginning of this video I said I was going to take some abstract shots, and I haven't really done that until that waterfall there, and just looking through the arc of the water there was some black rocks behind it, so I've zoomed in on those and taken that. I think it looks quite nice actually. You tell me. So my thoughts of the day: absolutely stunning this place is. So it doesn't really matter, it seems, that if there's been flooding or no rain, or, well, I don't know, I'm not sure about drought, but anyway, doesn't matter if there's not much water or there's quite a lot of water, still absolutely beautiful. Waterfalls, the walk is well maintained, the paths up from the waterfalls are killer, especially if you've got massive bags. So my hints and tips, I guess, for the day: do not bother with the long lens, don't need it. Do not bother with the drone, I've flown it once, so it's kind of pointless. Get here early, otherwise, well, you're going to struggle with your compositions, to be honest, or you're going to have a clone out fest getting rid of people. And bring a cloth, because if you get too close to the waterfalls you're going to have spray all over your lens. And do bring polarizer and a filter of some sort. So I brought a 6-stop and a 10-stop. I use a 6-stop only, so that's it. You should be able to get up here with a smaller bag, and then the paths wouldn't be quite so hard. So you don't need the sun, because the all of the waterfalls are in clefts of some kind, so the sun doesn't really shine through. I thought it was going to shine through on the first one when I got here, but it didn't really. So don't worry about the light. Obviously if it's raining the paths are going to be even more treacherous, so have a think about that. But otherwise, as long as you've got some kind of light and it's dry, it's perfect. Right, absolutely shattered. So back to the car. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. It's educational, instructional, gives you a view of this four waterfalls walk in the Brecon Beacons. £4 for the car park, probably about 5-6 miles all round. 4 stunning waterfalls. Get here early, see it all. Bring a picnic, do whatever really. Glorious. Maybe I'll come back next year, who knows. Alright. See you in a bit. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, thumbs up, whatever you want to do. See you later.